Hello, friends. Welcome to my live. Sorry, it's been so long since I've been here, I kind of forgot what I was doing. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. Again, welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. Once you hop on, tell me hi in the comments, tell me where you're watching from. All that fun jazz. I want to let you know that I am using an online platform called StreamYard, and there's Mr. Puddles there. He is the mascot for StreamYard. So I am live in 3 different locations this evening. I am live on my business page, I'm live in my Facebook group, and I'm also live on my YouTube channel. So if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your feed, that person may be watching from a different platform. Therefore, they're commenting from a different platform. Also, if you are watching in my Facebook group, the Robin's Egg Blue Creations Crafty Collab, make sure that you give StreamYard permission to access your profile name. Otherwise, you show up as Facebook user in my comments, and I don't know who to say hi to. So I can see that Jason is on. He is watching from the other side of the door. I also see that Chris is on. Thank you both for tuning in. And as you hop on, make sure you say hi in the comments. And I have to apologize. I'll probably cough. I'll probably have to clear my throat. I'll probably have to take some drinks. I feel much better, but I'm still battling a little bit of a cough, a little bit of a runny nose. So bear with me. I see that someone else has hopped on. Again, if you are in my group, make sure that you give StreamYard permission to access your name. Otherwise, you show up as Facebook user. Kind of like, so I could say hi to you, but I don't know what your name is. But hello, welcome. Okay, so I apologize for not being on lately. It has been, as hard as I try to stay unbusy during December, it just seems like it just blows up and it's always busy. Last week, our Grow Group hosted an outreach for 3 mobile home communities in our city. And so about 150 children were adopted by members of our church. And those members went shopping for those children. And then we spent all last week wrapping all of those gifts. So each child got at least a bag of Christmas gifts. And so we had that drive-through gift giveaway on Saturday. So it was a busy week, but it was a great week of outreach and showing the love of Jesus and what this season is all about. So that is where I have been the last couple of weeks, getting ready for that. So I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that you are with me. So we're going to be using, I have a ton of old books. So I've decided, literally ripped this one apart. I never read it. It was in a box of books that I got as a white elephant gift. And so I decided to tear the book apart. And I have folded the bags or the book pages into these little tube things. And I guess I could show you how it works. This one. Oh. So here's what, I'm going to stick these in here because this helps open it. So here is what we are going to end up with. And I just think this is the coolest thing since sliced bread. So you end up with a snowflake out of these. So I'm going to show you how to do it. And if you don't have books, you can use paper lunch bags. And you can use all different sizes of bags. So what I did is I kind of created, I did create a template first, kind of based on how this particular size of book folded. And you'll need about 25 pieces per book. And so what I just literally, I tore the book in half and then literally just tear the pages out. And it doesn't matter whether this side of the book page is rough or not, because it'll get hidden. Hello, Renee. How are you? Welcome. So you're just going to take your book page, and I just kind of figured out how wide I wanted to have it. And then at first I used a ruler, but then I just started to eyeball it. So you're going to kind of fold it into thirds, and it doesn't have to be in even thirds. It's not going to show. And so that's and I kind of just compared it to my pattern. And so then you're going to end up with 25 of those. And I think I have those here. So then to make your tube, you can use wet glue, you can use hot glue. I like to use these little tape runners. And so then I'm going to put some tape along this bottom edge. I have to think, and then on this outer edge. And so then you're going to fold. Oh wait, I boo-booed. I think, yeah. Yeah. And this edge. And then you're just going to make your tube. So then you have your open end, and then this end is closed. And so again, you're going to need 25. And I haven't glued all these, so you're going to have to sit here and watch me glue. Yep. So remember how I did that. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, so I see what I did different. I had the rough edge on this side so that it was on the inside. That makes a little more sense. So then you just glue on the bottom. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Probably ought to glue this one. So is everyone ready for Christmas? So then you're just going to keep gluing them. Sorry, I probably should have had some of this done ahead of time. And again, they don't have to be perfect. Go to the thrift store, go to the Dollar Tree if you don't have any books that you want to tear up laying around. Oops. Has anyone made these before? These are super quick, super easy. You can do these while you're watching a Christmas movie. You can do them while you're traveling in the car. You can make them different sizes. You know, your different book sizes, so make it different sized snowflakes. And again, you'll need 25 pieces. My apologies. I should have had this mostly done ahead of time. Oops. You could use scrapbook paper. They'd be really pretty out of scrapbook paper. Especially, this one must be out. Nope. Especially with if you use like glitter cardstock. It would be really pretty. I just thought the book pages were really fun. And this wasn't my original idea. I saw it done on Instagram. I've seen it done the last couple of years with paper bags, and I liked that idea because you could use craft bags, you could use just plain white bags, or you could even get the printed lunch bag and make snowflakes out of those. But when I saw these book page snowflakes, I thought they were really pretty. About 4 more left. Whoops. Of course, then we have to glue them together in a stack. And I like these little tape runners because they're a lot less messy than wet glue, especially for this project. Book pages tend to be kind of fragile, and if you get them too wet, they just kind of turn to mush. So these tape runners are nice. Okay. You could find some old sheet music. They'd be really pretty made out of some old sheet music. Jason says if I tried going that fast, they'd all be stuck to me. Well, I've had lots of experience with the tape runner. Okay, so you can make it your own pattern, or you can go freestyle. And the shape of your snowflake is going to depend on what kind of notches you cut out. So actually, let's try something else for fun. And if you have a hard time holding them together, you could get like a binder clip. I think that's what I did on this last one. So I got a few more. And then you hold one side with a binder clip. And then you'll need a pretty decent pair of scissors. So let's just kind of freestyle it here. We'll see what happens. I might have too many. So we'll do and again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And we'll do a smaller one up here. And then I'd save a piece of each so that we can turn it over. And then you might be able to just draw it roughly. So I'm just going to roughly draw around it. So we'll see what kind of design we end up with. It may not look pretty, I don't know. I was just... Okay. Let's see. Okay, so then we'll grab a couple more. I may not grab as many this time. And we'll do the same thing. But I'll use this one as my template. Get a pen. Oops. Okay, so we'll do it that way. Oops. The binder clip just kind of keeps them all from moving so much that they're still going to shift a little bit because you're cutting more than one, but oops. Okay. A couple more. Last step. I probably should have done the same shape as the other one, just that. Okay, so let's trim these. I don't know why I keep taking that off. I need it. Sorry, I'm kind of quiet this evening, but I should have probably had some more of this prepared in advance. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to tape all of these together. And I try to tape where I've already taped that seam. And you don't have to tape all the way up. So then you're going to stack them one on top of the other. So you're just going to keep taping until you get to the end. So keep taping. Just we've got about 5 more left, 5 or so. couple more left. And we'll see what kind of weird shape this one makes. Okay. So we'll just kind of experiment and see. I'm going to borrow the popsicle sticks that were in this one. It kind of helps because these book pages are so flimsy. Kind of helps to give it some stability. Okay, so the moment of truth. It doesn't quite. Easier said than done. I want to meet in the middle very whippy. So there is a soap to fiddle. Oops, you can't see that very well. So there's this shape, but for some reason it's not. Let me just try to glue it shut and see what happens. Maybe if I actually get them to meet that way, and it might be. Let's see what happens. So let's actually glue it together. Oh, it's just not. Trying to get it to meet itself. Well, it's not the prettiest shape. But we can hide the middle. The middle's a little weird on this one. So I'd probably stick to this shape because it makes a prettier. And this one actually has more than 25, but it probably has too many. But it just makes a really pretty, pretty shape. So I think I'll stick to that shape. So I'm going to put this one to the side. And I think, let's go ahead. Oh, I already had cardboard in there. So let's go ahead and I'm going to glue this one together. I'm going to get rid of all of that. So let's glue this one together. Okay. I'm going to stick these back in there. Seems to help. Bear with me. I'm just going to stick that together. And so there is our snowflake shape. That is such a pretty shape. I shouldn't have gone rogue. I should have just stuck with what I know. Okay, so to give it a little twist, I'm going to use some Chalk Couture transfers. So I don't know whether to, I think I might use the snowflake from this one. And I pulled out just some plain chipboard. I also pulled out some snowflake paper, but I don't know if I want to use that. So I'm going to cut I'm going to use this paper punch just to cut out a scallop circle from this chipboard. Well, it's not actually chipboard. It's actually really thick. Is that what I want to do? Let me get... I might also try a chalkable chip, which is actually the same size. So I think I'll stick with the paper, but you could easily use a chalkable chip. It would work as well. And then you could change out the inner design, but I'm not a big fan of the black against it. So because this is paper, I do want to wax it first, just so that my transfer doesn't stick to, I don't need that much, this chipboard. And this will discolor it a little bit, but it may actually help give it a little more of the vintage distressed vibe. Okay, I can put that away. So then I think I'm going to get this, I'm just going to use this snowflake. And I'm going to get a towel out, and I'm just going to fuzz it a few times on this towel, just to get a layer of lint so it doesn't stick so much to my paper that it pulls it or it rips up paper fibers, because I definitely don't want those on the back of my transfer. Let's see if I can kind of use my cutting mat to help line it up. Now I have to decide whether I want to use gold or I want to use copper. I think copper may show up better. So now I'm going to get a squeegee. I'm going to open my copper. This is chalk paste. It's just chalk in liquid form. This one happens to be a shimmer, so it has glitter in it. Jason also says copper. So chalk paste goes on semi-permanent, but it's also water soluble on most surfaces. On paper, it will be permanent, but on glass, chalkboards, and most metals, it is water soluble and removable. So you can wipe it off with water and you can redesign on those surfaces. So I'm just taking this little rubber squeegee, and I am running it down this silk screen area. These are sticky back, reusable silk screen transfers. They are reusable about 8 to 12 times, depending on how well you take care of them. So I'm just covering up all of that mesh material. And then I'm taking off my excess, and I can put all of this back into my jar. And I can reuse it on another project. And I'm going to carefully peel this off. And I'm left with a very pretty snowflake. Let's see if it's going to focus. Oh, there you go. You can see some of that shimmer. It's still not in focus. There you go. Look at that shimmer. Okay, so now we're going to dry that. Thank you, Jason. Okay. Probably is dry. And I did, because this is such fragile paper, I did cut some tongue depressors, and I will probably glue those in to these parts, these pieces right here. And then I used, this is the new Power Punch from Chalk Couture, and it goes through, cut this piece. It goes through these tongue depressors like butter. Let me get this one cut first, and then I'll show you how it works. So it just has a little punch right in there. You just kind of line it up. And it punches like butter through that thing. So I think I'm going to use these to kind of help hang. Probably should have punched it after I glued them in. It's probably not going to line up. But I'm going to stick them in like that to help them, so that it can help me hang it up. And then I've got some stronger tape here that I think I may have to hot glue that one. I don't know. We'll try this tape and see how it works. This is just double-sided craft tape. Let's see if this works. So then I'll just peel the backing paper off. Here's the top. Where did those? Okay, so. Oops. So I'm just going to press that gently in the middle. And you could make another one for the other side in case when you have them hung up, if it twists around and you can see the back. I think that's going to stay on. Okay. So I surprised myself. Let's put these in and I can get it hung up. It's maybe easier said than done. Okay, so I'm going to stick one in right there. And I'm going to stick one in right there. And then I'm going to take my punch again. Maybe. If I can find the... So there we've got our little hanger. And so now it is ready to hang. Let me show you from the front. So there we go. Now our snowflake is ready to hang. And again, you can put one on the back. So there's that snowflake. I kind of wanted to show you real quick another size that you can make. So let me pull this back out. So if you take your book page, and remember we made a long tube like this, but you can take your book page, and I would probably cut this bottom part so it's even. You can take your book page and make a kind of a squatty snowflake. I've seen it done this way before as well. But then, so you'd have a smaller snowflake. So you can make a little short stubby tube as well. So it's going to show you that. I also, sorry, I'm kind of scatterbrained this evening. Kind of gotten out of the habit of what I need to be doing. But I also want to show you real quick, even though this is an itty bitty little transfer, how I clean them, because it's super easy to clean your transfers. I'm just going to take my towel, and I just have this little tub of water, but you can use a sink or you can also use a tub of water. And I take my board eraser, and I would highly suggest anytime you place a Chalk Couture order that you order a set or two of board erasers. They're a 2-pack for $2.99, I believe. So you just take the board eraser and you wipe the front of the transfer off. Okay, so I'm going to put that away. And then I'm going to grab a disinfecting wipe. And I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to clean the back in case there was any chalk paste that got on the back. It also helps kind of remove some of that lint that we put on. And then I'm going to put it, you can leave it air dry, sticky side up, just like this for about 5 or 10 minutes, and it'll be dry. And then you can just put it back on your backer sheet, and it is ready to store away for the next time. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And again, if you take care of them, you can get at least 8 to 10, if not more, uses out of your transfers. And so let's get back this way. So that is how you clean your transfers. Let me pull my paper snowflake back in. This is what we made. I'm going to show you the other one. I'll have to do a little bit of work on this one. And I will say, when I, these pieces up here had the fold as well. But to make the whole snowflake expand, you do have to cut, so they're actually connected here, because these are where the two meet. So this piece used to be connected to this piece. You have to go ahead and you have to go along and cut these pieces out. Otherwise it won't expand right. I don't think that's the issue with this one. I don't know what it needs, but it needs a little bit of tender loving care, but it's still cute. It just, I don't think structurally my design isn't very livy, and it's just the centerpiece, but I can fix it, make it work. But that's how you do it. You just make your little tubes out of your book pages, or you can use paper bags. This one took about 25. So super cute. I think they're adorable. If you mixed a bunch of book pages with some craft paper snowflakes and hung those up, that would be really pretty. So I'm going to be making quite a bit more of these for my winter decor. Maybe to hang over my fireplace or above our dining room table. I don't know, but I just think they're pretty stinking cute. So thanks for bearing with me. I probably should have had a lot of that prepared ahead of time. My bad. Sorry you had to watch me tape all of those up. I won't be live on Wednesday. I have to I serve on the cleaning team at church, and so we'll be cleaning on Wednesday. I may go early, like maybe early in the or late afternoon on Thursday and Friday, but I'll just kind of have to play it by ear. So keep watch on my Facebook page so you know when I'm live next, and I will definitely be back to my regular programming next week, although I am altering it slightly. I think I'm going to do, instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, I'm just going to go with Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, but it will be, I'll hopefully be back to a regular schedule next week. So thanks for watching this evening. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And if I don't see you before this weekend, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, and also blessings in 2022. Thanks for watching.